oftentimes the result of an activated emergency response system. So calming the body down by using the deep breathing that we just talked about, massages, hot water, just mental strategies can help too. Prayer, spirituality, meditation, yoga, all of these are great strategies for relaxing the body. Pulmonary hypertension, like all hypertension, is oftentimes the result of an emergency condition in the body, so calming the body down. That's pretty much all the things we just talked about. Nutrition works largely because it calms the body down. I did a talk on Saturday from my friends Tom and Denise, and Scott Fardulis here in Denver, and Kurt, Marianne, a whole bunch of folks in Longmont this Saturday, and we talked about keeping the body safe, helping the body feel safe. And this is so, so important. Our diseases are the long-term manifestation of a body that does not feel safe. The reason oxygen works, the reason fasting works, the reason eliminating problem foods work as a strategy, the reason nutritional supplementation works as a strategy, a health strategy, because all of these strategies help the body feel safe. Just like a baby wants to feel safe, just like we all want to feel safe, just like a cat or a dog or a cow or a sheep or any animal wants to feel safe, our cells want to feel safe. The body wants to feel safe. When the body doesn't feel safe, inflammation, immunity, hypertension, and ultimately disease show up. Helping the body feel safe through dietary and digestive strategies, deep breathing techniques, relaxation techniques, and of course nutritional supplementation are all wonderful strategies for helping the body feel safe and ultimately for improving blood supply, blood flow through the body and through the lungs in the case of pulmonary hypertension. And I hope I helped you out there, Rose. Anything else you want to talk about?
I was going to ask you this last question. Is there any way that if I send you an email that you can call me to give me a specific time that you can call him?
I don't call anybody, but they can call me. Have them call me. We'll do a three-way. I don't like calling people who aren't expecting me. I don't ever do that. It's none of my business to help.
He wants you to call him.
That's have him call me. Have him call me. I don't like being a solicitor on the telephone.
Your number, okay.
Okay, send me an email. Just give him my number. That's fine. Thanks, Rose. I want to take a couple more calls here. Thank you so much, Rose. God bless you as well. I don't like calling people out of the blue. People have the right to be sick, and we have to give everybody the right to be sick, even if it's a loved one. On the other hand, if anybody needs help, I'm always glad to help. Send me an email, ben@ksco.com, and don't forget to put your phone number. Zoe in West Virginia, what's going on? Welcome to the bright side.
Hello, Ben.
Hey.
I really enjoy your show.
Thank you.
We've got a whole bunch of stuff going on, but
okay.
Digestive issues and that, we're trying to deal with those. But specifically, I went to the dermatologist. I've got these little flat growths that are starting out to appear.
Okay.
And it just over the past couple of years, I'm 44 years old now. And just in the past 3 years, they've started. And I used to work in a nursing home, and I've seen people that have these all over them. And
skin tags,
after listening to your show, I just feel like there's something that could be done.
Yes, there's something that can be done, and there's something that's happening. You're very wise. In fact, if that's the message that people get from this show, that things like skin tags, which is what you're describing, are a sign that the body is breaking down and that there's something that can be done, then I've done my work, and then the show is a success. So thank you for pointing that out.
What she told me they was seborrheic keratosis.
Okay. Either way,
it doesn't exactly look like the picture in the pamphlet she gave me, but
are they loose? Are they flapping around?
No, at first they're flat and barely noticeable, colorless, and then they start looking more like moles.
Okay, well, anytime you have a growth that changes color or changes shape, that could be the sign of a cancer, and you definitely want to have that looked at. But for the most part,
she said it was not.
Okay, so you said it was not. Okay, good. So for the most part, when skin starts to manifest little tags or growths or cysts or tiny little growths, that's a sign that cells are dividing too rapidly. They're dividing out of control, and that's associated with overall general metabolic breakdown in the body, chemistry breakdown in the body. So yes, it looks like it's a skin problem, but it's really a chemistry problem. Your biochemistry is starting to be affected by something you're doing long term. So it could be associated with diabetes and blood sugar, it could be associated with digestive problems, and it could be associated with hypothyroidism or low thyroid. So all of these things, it doesn't really matter what the link is, because you just got to do the same thing that somebody with cancer has to do. You don't have cancer, but you have to do the same thing that somebody with cancer has to do. You don't necessarily have an autoimmune disease, but you got to do the same thing somebody with an autoimmune disease has to do. Number one.
I do have celiac disease.
Okay, there you go. You answered your own question. Then you answered your own question. This is a sign that your food allergies and your celiac and your autoimmune conditions have been progressing, and you haven't stopped them yet, so they're getting worse. So it's a sign of degeneration, and it's a sign of some pretty significant degeneration. By the time this shows up on the skin, it's been going on a while. So you got to get to the bottom of your food problems right away. Celiac, as you know, is related to gluten and to grains, but it could be anything. So you've got to link your digestive symptoms to foods. Keep very close track of all your digestive symptomology, the diarrhea, the loose stools, the gas and the bloating. Link those symptoms to foods and then eliminate those foods. And don't use your memory. Write them down. Do a food diary. And it may take a couple weeks to figure out, maybe even longer, to figure out all the foods you're having a problem with, but it's well worth it. And then at the same time, you want to start doing all the digestive support that we talk about. Liquid nutrition, the Beyond Tangy Tangerine, soups. Get yourself a Vitamix and do veggie drinks. Make sure you're using probiotics and fermented foods liberally, and make sure you're fasting. If you want to throw one more thing, do all the blood sugar things, because chances are your blood sugar is now starting to get a little wacky. That means more protein, more coconut oil, and then using small or micronutrients to help your body process sugar. Of course, the B complex, chromium, and vanadium are going to be important. In terms of supplements, get on the Healthy Start Pack, get on the BioLumin Nightly Essence, and then you might want to throw in a little bit of the sweeties after meals. Make sure you're using apple cider vinegar as well. Thanks so much for your call. Appreciate it. Just understand, Zoe, this is very easy to deal with. You're not condemned, and you can turn this thing around right away. Thanks for listening, friends. I'm Pharmacist Ben. We'll be back at you tomorrow with more good health information on the bright side. Have yourself a wonderful, beautiful, spectacular day. We'll talk to y'all later. Bye for now.
We the people grow cotton, weave fabric, engrave ink, embed strips and fibers to protect from counterfeit, then carting to a private bank, having it led back at interest, forcing taxes to service debt. This capitalism, or was Jefferson correct when stating a central bank issuing the public currency is a greater menace to the liberties of the people than a standing army? Ted Anderson, I'm placing a free silver dollar in a book that explains our monetary system. Call for your copy, 800-686-2237. It's time to understand the system. Call 800-686-2237. That's 800-686-2237.
It's no secret that government and big business buy in bulk and get huge discounts not available to the little guy. Until now. Introducing a breakthrough crowd buying website where people can join together, buy in bulk, and get massive discounts on millions of popular products. It's TogetherSave.com. TogetherSave.com. You can save 20, 30, or even 50% off tablets, smartphones, cars, appliances, textbooks, sports equipment, video games, and much more. All with free delivery. Check it out. TogetherSave.com. Visit now and start group buying today at TogetherSave.com.
If the IRS has garnished your paycheck or seized money from your bank account, you need to get professional tax help now. Fast action is required to put a halt to these aggressive IRS collection tactics. You can count on the knowledgeable team of tax professionals at Wall & Associates. With over 30 years of experience, Wall & Associates has settled the tax problems of thousands of taxpayers for a small fraction of what they owed. For a free face-to-face consultation, call 1-800-425-4610 to put a wall between you and the IRS. 1-800-425-4610 or look for us on the web at wallandassociates.net. We solve tax problems. If you hire Wall & Associates today, you'll never have to talk to the IRS again. To stop the levies and seizures today, take action now. Call Wall & Associates at 1-800-425-4610. Wall & Associates, 1-800-425